honey. I'm outside in the summer house now. In fact, it's warmer outside in the garden than it is inside the house. So it's coffee time. It's my mid-morning coffee. I've already had the first coffee and I've had my porridge, and now I'm on the second coffee. So I'm sat in my summer house and it's lovely. I was going to do this talk on a walk and talk, but it's a bit windy out there, and wind doesn't make for good sound on the video. So anyway, I'm sat here. Do I look alright? Do I look alright? I always wonder what to wear, but anyway, cheers. Will you join me in my coffee? Hot as usual. I still do my coffee in the microwave, and anyway, put it over there for a minute. So what am I going to talk about today? Well, again, things come into my mind, and this time it is about anger, because I see all around me lots of anger, and I find it quite disturbing, really, quite upsetting, because I'm not an angry person, and I go out of my way to avoid anger, because I can't see the point in being angry. It doesn't actually achieve anything. But I saw anger when I was a child. My parents were frequently arguing, usually when my dad came home from the pub late at night, and I can remember sitting at the top of the stairs listening to the rowing. I think I was put off arguing from an early age. Yeah, so I think I think it's terrible that parents argue in front of children. It's very, very sad, because it can affect how children grow up. Luckily, it didn't make me angry. It actually did have the opposite effect. As I say, I'm not an angry person. I was turned off anger from an early age, and but it seems to be on the increase. People don't seem to be able to control their emotions, control their anger. To me, it just seems such a waste of time. So much good could be done with the energy. It takes a lot of energy to be angry. Now, wouldn't it be much better if people would turn that energy into something constructive rather than destructive? Am I living in cloud cuckoo land or what? How can we teach people not to be so angry? A couple of times in my life I have been in relationships where the partner has treated me quite badly, very badly actually, and anger came into that as well. And I feel quite hurt when people are angry towards me, because I feel I haven't done anything to deserve that. First relationship was when I was in my early 20s, and the man I was involved with, well, what can I say? He used to pick on me a lot and have a go at me and argue with me, and I was putting every effort I could into making the relationship work, and he seemed to be throwing it all down the pan. It could have been something good, but he was destroying the relationship that we had. And eventually I did see sense, and I was able to move out. But it was very upsetting at the time, because I seem to remember I thought I had failed, but then looking at it later on, it wasn't me that failed, it was him that failed. He failed me. And blow me down, it happened again when I was around about 47 years old. Similar situation with a partner. This second time was even worse than the first time, because he was an absolute control freak. He wanted to control my life every minute of every day, and he questioned me, although I called it interrogation, about my whereabouts. Where have I been? Who have I been talking to? And it was pure mental domination, bullying. I let it go on for a while because I thought, he might change. I always give people another chance. He might change, but then after a while I realised he wasn't going to change. So then I had to get out, and I did. But these two incidents have actually made me stronger, because I can now cope with anyone who shows anger towards me. Let me just get a drink of coffee, because I'm trying to decide which way this conversation is going to go. I'm quite a strong person because of the job I did. Because I threw myself into being a lorry driver, I had to be strong. Excuse me, cheers. Oh, I do like coffee. This is just instant coffee, but a really nice quality instant coffee, and it's easy to make in the microwave. So yes, being a lorry driver gave me strength, and I had to be strong to survive. But there's always anger about. I mean, just recently, I was in the company of someone who just exploded, and that's the only thing I can say about it, really. Someone who I thought I knew, but now I've seen a different side to this person, and I was giving them a chance. But it all went horribly wrong. But I sat there and couldn't believe how quickly he had changed. I think some people must have some kind of imbalance up here. I can't understand it. I mean, I have no experience of mental illness or depression. I've not really been into contact with anybody who's been like that, so when it does happen, when someone just decides to accuse me, swear at me, tell me I'm a liar, it comes as a shock, to be honest. I mean, talking about it helps, because I've got over it, Well, you have to. I got over it because there is no point in anger and arguing, and I still can't see the point of it. Why can't things be sorted out with just a discussion? Why can't people get together and just have a chat and listen to each other right? Have a conversation like your turn to speak, my turn to speak, your turn to speak, my turn to speak, backwards and forwards. But there's a lot of people don't seem to be able to do that. You know, they just attack. You know, I am right and you are wrong. I just think that's a horrible way to be. It really is. I mean, you know, nothing is ever going to get sorted. Nothing is ever going to put right while people are in that frame of mind. You know, I mean, we've got the marches going on, haven't we? We've got the protests going on. Well, I suppose I can see some point in that if it's a peaceful one, but quite often they turn into something really awful. But yeah, there's something about support in numbers if you strongly believe in something, you know. But I do believe that there is no reason to be angry because it solves nothing, absolutely nothing. So I'm going to carry on with my peaceful and calm life because if you think about it, what does anger do? It makes your heart go fast, it makes your breathing go fast, and you get worked up, and you know, you see the look on someone's face when they go into full anger mode. You know, it doesn't do your health any good at all. Now, excuse me, I just have a drink, I'm nearly finished. I always think you can't change somebody. If somebody shows you anger, if somebody is really cruel towards you, and if it's in their nature to do that, you can't change them. But the only thing you can change is how you deal with it, and it is better to not join in. It is better to walk away. It takes a much stronger person to walk away from conflict. That's another word, conflict. We don't really need to be in conflict at all, because things can be sorted out without conflict, without anger. So anyway, I can't think of anything else to say except that you won't find me rowing with anybody, arguing with anybody. I would much rather walk away. So this is Mean Queen, Life After Money. Look after your own health. Walk away from angry people. Just don't go there. Think of yourself first. You know, both my parents died of a heart attack quite early, so I am looking after my heart, and I'm not joining in with anger or arguments. So just walk away. Nice chatting to you. Hope it's been of some help. Think about your own life. Think about what you want from your life. Think about how you can make a plan to get there, and think about the people you might encounter on the way through your life, and be prepared to walk away. Cheers. This is me, Queen, Life After Money. Toodle pip. Bye.